easy go.
What is going on, everybody? Henry from Fun Game Reviews. Let's get started. But before we do get started, I want y'all to make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit some donations, tips, or become one of my monthly sponsors to keep my channel growing. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. As you guys can see down below, we are going to be talking about Glyph strategies for Miss Enchantress. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Just to make sure, I'm giving you guys a little disclaimer. I will not be discussing anything to do with any of the specials, because really, if you're doing anything with the special glyphs, you're one of the heavy hitters. You are one of the heavier spenders out there. So, I mean, if you are doing it, good for you. If you're not, this video is going to be probably helping the general, more vast, vast players. Okay, so as you guys can see here on this list, for Miss Enchantress, they got there's two of the triangles, the upside down triangles. They got about 3 circles. They got 2 hexagons, a star, and a square. I mean, you can see it right here, down below, right below me. Okay, so to kind of go through it, for Enchantress, you know, what we're planning to do is really to keep her alive and keep her strong. Okay, so she's mainly support, so the whole idea is to make sure you focus on support like items. So let's go ahead, we'll start off with the triangle at the very top here. For the triangle at the very top, we can go ahead and say hero damage by 50%. On top of her being a support unit, I mean, I have seen time and time again, she actually does a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, so much damage. Over all of the other heroes, she does like the most damage. She's like she's pretty much a hybrid support unit and a freaking assaulting monster. Like, she's amazing. Okay, so for the triangle, heroic might, hero damage 50%. That's probably one of the key ones that I'm going to be talking about. So you guys also remember, for Enchantress, she actually is she's based on attack, okay, hero attack, but she can also do you can also base her on damage. Okay, so that way I said we were gonna go, okay, we did this one, hero damage. Next one would be hero's attack. Okay, hero attack. So these are the top two. These bottom two right here are the top 2 things I'm going to say are going to be for Enchantress herself. Alright, the next ones that we're going to move into is going to be the circles. The circle is going to be next down the list here. So for survivability, I'm going to say Pavis has to be definitely the #1 thing you want to definitely put in her. Because the block. I mean, when you actually hit and your hero actually blocks, that means you're 100% negating the damage that is being dealt to you. You take 0 damage if you block it successfully. Okay, and then the next one that I have here is obstinated. Hero damage reduction by 25% and dodge rate of 16.5%. These two right here, block and dodge and hero damage reduction, are the best setups you can have. The best, okay? And then the next one would probably be Righteous Rights, hero skill damage reduction, mercenary skill damage reduction, or you could do Heroic Guard. So technically this one, and this one. So Righteous Rights, Obstinated, Pavis, and Heroic Guard could potentially be another amazing one. Whichever 3 you can take first, okay? Like, so Pavis, Obstinated, Heroic Guard, Righteous Rights. I mean, technically, Righteous Rights isn't that great, but, you know, you can probably go with Heroic Guard. It's probably better, because normally, I mean, that mercenary skill damage reduction could come in handy, but at the same time, you got to remember you're a mainline hero, so you could potentially do a lot more damage with that, okay? So there's that. Some people do probably will say that they want to do Heroic Resilience, but really, I don't think Heroic Resilience will go that well here. It's the skill damage is not that often. I mean, the skill damage is pretty big that it can probably reduce, but at the same time, you really want to block. You really want hero damage reduction. Hero damage reduction is like way more often than skills most of the time, because skills have a long cooldown. So these three are my top three: Pavis, Obstinated, Heroic Guard. If you have Righteous Rights or Heroic Resilience, that's probably like that's the filler. You have them, put them in there. But once you have these three, go ahead and replace them. Okay. Now going to the square. The square, we got Heroic Aim. You want to get a hit rate increase of 33%. So for all of those heroes that have high dodge, like Landslide and you know, the Wolf and all those tanks and stuff like that, you want to make sure that you definitely have good hit rate. Also, for those of you guys who know, like if you're getting blocks and stuff like that, having that extra hit rate does help, because it prevents you from getting dodged. So higher dodge rate and block and stuff like that, having hit rate will really increase your attack there, because less likely of missing your attacks. Okay, the next one. This one has 2 hexagons. 2. So, and this one you might want to think about a little bit more. So the top 2 that I would probably use for Enchantress here is Defiler, so that you can reduce the enemy's HP recovered by 70% for 10 seconds. For those of you guys who focus a lot on Lord's League, Lord Olympia Games, Guild Clash and stuff like that, Siege Master would definitely come in handy, so that you can do a lot more damage against the buildings, especially when you have the Thunderblade equipped on your Enchantress. It can really help you do a lot more damage and really make you a lot more efficient. I know some people might even say Hysteria. Hysteria would be very nice too, because you're increasing attack rate by 100%. Okay, whenever you use a skill, that could come in major handy, making you that much faster. It'd be really useful. Okay, very useful. So yeah, these 3 are the ones that I would probably go with the most, but like I would say the main top 2 would be Hysteria and Defiler. Unless you're already like fully focused and you're ready, I would say that if you're one of those top ranked players who's trying to kill really fast and rapidly in Guild Clash and Lord Olympia Games, and you're already like, your guys are strong as hell, Siege Master is definitely for you. But if you're not that strong yet and you're still building up, I would say that Hysteria Defiler would be your first top 2 options. This one would be a filler just in case. Alright? And then last but not least is going to be the star. So for the star location, I would 100% say for the star, I would use Life Drinker 100%. 100%, because Enchantress, if she can revive herself, she can negate all the negative effects with her divine. Now, if she can heal without having like Abyss Demon or Toxic Shaman healing her, dude, she's gonna be so strong. She's gonna be so invincible. It's gonna be so nice. Life Drinker all the way, 100%, would be the very first one. Okay, this one would be your primary focus. If you can get it, that is your primary focus. But if you're actually wanting to do other things, I mean, there are other star ones that you have, because Life Drinker is going to be very important for a lot of heroes. Okay, the next one you can probably say in the next line is you can help with using Skull Bash to stun people, and then you can also do Celestial Will, gain invincibility, because using her skill, technically you don't want this one, because her cooldown for the skill is very long. I think it's like 30 seconds. 20 or 30 seconds for the skill cooldown. It's actually really slow. So technically Life Drinker and something that's more support-like, right? The stuff that's more support-like, I would really say, is Life Drinker and... let me see. Let me triple check here. I really like Skull Bash and Life Drinker. Like, you being able to stun more often is very, very helpful. And having her heal herself without having to worry about having a healer close by, also very, very key. Okay? I mean, you can actually use this as support as well. Reduces attack plus hero damage and attack rate by 60%, 60% after receiving damage. So if she's the one that is tanking, you can use this. But technically, Calamitous Blood is more for a tank. If a tank is taking all the damage, this one is the best one. So really, the only two options that I feel is the best, Life Drinker and Skull Bash. Okay? So, hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. Hope this is very educational, and I thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to sponsor this channel. Keep my channel growing. I appreciate you guys. Much love. And the reason why I do ask for these donations and stuff like that, it helps me continue buying my own stuff, investing a little bit into my own account, so that I can continue making these videos, continuing making like strategic videos for you guys, and upkeep with the game, so that it's for all your pleasures. All right, thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful one. Peace out. Bye bye.